All right, I just wanted to show off this Anova vacuum sealer right here. This thing I absolutely love. I picked this up. A few really quick things. So we can vacuum seal, right? We can vacuum seal both moist and dry. You can just seal it. You can pulse vacuum if you want, especially if you're doing something that's moist, you could check that out. And then it does come with one of these things right here in case you wanted to vacuum seal jars and stuff like that. The bags, whenever you lift this up, it does come with this roll here. And to do this, you just lift this up. You're going to pull however big you want your bag to be. Put that down there. And then you have this slider that you're going to slide back and forth. Now, obviously, you can buy your own roll or buy your own individual bags. It comes with this roll, so you don't have to get their brand. I have tested this with other brands, but I do like that, when you pull this out, you don't have to pull out any other like rolls or anything like that. It's all built into the appliance. All right, so now as far as using this as the bag here, so you have the bag right here. It doesn't matter which up or down, doesn't matter, but this is basically where it's going to seal. So whenever you're sealing it, you just place that. Make sure, if you really want to make sure, you can put the bag kind of in the divot there. But honestly, if we're just making a seal, it doesn't matter as long as you're overlapping this bronze right here. And you close it. You're going to push down, right? And then make sure it's plugged in. All right, so we're going to have all these lights. When it's plugged in, it'll always be on dry. You can select, but right now we're just going to seal. So we're going to press that, and it's going to let you know when the bag has been sealed by the light turning off. It's not going to make an audible noise or anything. The light's just going to turn off. That's how you're going to know that your bag has now been sealed. And it is going to take longer or shorter, just depending on, if you've been sealing bags this whole time, it's not going to take as long, but you want to make sure you wait that whole period. So we're going to lift that up. It says it's good. And you can see right here, it even does a double seal, which I think is awesome. I've had another vacuum sealer before that did a single seal. And sometimes this way, in case this top one messes up, you still have the bottom one. In case the bottom one messes up, you still have the top one. So I really like that it does that double seal. And now you have your bag here that you can put whatever you want in here, and then you can seal it back up. So the reason why I wanted to get one of these is everything's just getting so expensive. Having a vacuum sealer is going to allow you to take advantage of those grocery sales. It's going to allow you to take advantage of meat sales, even take advantage of fruit and vegetable sales, because you can even vacuum seal that. And while obviously they're not going to last as long as meat, it's still going to last longer than if you hadn't vacuum sealed it. And so I have been chopping up these pineapples. And we have some chopped up pineapple here, and we're going to go ahead and vacuum seal this, and I'll show you guys how easy it is to do. And then basically, so we can close this up, right? We're going to put that down on there. We're going to close this up. We're going to slap it down, and then instead of on dry, because this is a fruit, we're going to switch to moist, and now we're going to hit vacuum and seal. So now you can see it's sealing. So we're just going to wait. All right, so now it should be sealed. Let's go ahead and open this up. Yep, and you can see there we have our double seal going through there. You can see even right here, we have some questionable spots, but it seems like it is nice and vacuumed up. Now, as far as cleaning this, obviously you can see here we have some juices in there, but it's super simple to clean. You can just wipe everything down. So all I'm doing is just taking my towel. We're going to soak all this up, and then we're going to wipe it down with a wet wipe or something here later when I'm done, just to, because this is kind of a sugary juice. But most of the time, if you wanted to just pulse it, if you just wanted to use one of these pulse vacuum, you could have stopped it, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Yep, in case you didn't know, if you vacuum seal apples, it actually helps prevent them from browning, but you want to do it with them sliced, not open. But let me show you guys the pulse here on how that works. So once again, you want to close it up, and you can't just pulse it. And what's really cool about doing it with that is if you're seeing these juices come up, you can help prevent the juices. And you can also like get a tighter seal sometimes where you can right? So that's how the pulse works. Very cool. Obviously, we want to seal it up, so let's wait for that to get sealed up again. All right, so we should have our seal. And you can see right there, we have our double seal. So very cool. Your kids will actually like this a lot better because the apples won't brown, and so they're more likely to eat the apples. But just something else, and you can see we don't have all that juice like we had with the pineapple. So very cool that they do that pulse mode. So another really cool thing about this is I'll show you guys on the bottom, is that on the bottom, when you're putting this away, it actually has a cubby here for your cord. So you can unplug this and stick it in there. So wherever you're storing this appliance, you can store it with the cable all nice and tucked away. So I absolutely love mine. And, you know, I anticipate saving so much money by being able to vacuum seal a lot of foods, you know, meats especially. Obviously, that's where you're really going to be saving a lot of money is with vacuum sealing meats. But just in general, your foods are going to last longer when you vacuum seal them. Now, obviously, you want to do your research on seeing what you need to be doing properly, on how you vacuum seal it properly. But for the most part, you just put it, you make a bag out of the roll that is included here, and, you know, you stick it in there and you vacuum seal it up. So I'm going to finish vacuum sealing all the stuff that I have here. I have some meat, I have some pork, I have some brisket that I bought that I'm going to get vacuum sealed up as well. And we're definitely going to have some fun with the slow cooker tomorrow, because that's the other thing I was going to do with these pineapples is use that to help tenderize some of that meat. So it's going to be really good. But the Anova vacuum sealer, I absolutely love this thing. Just think about how much money you're going to save by having a vacuum sealer anyways. So thanks.